we always heard about Ross, and everyone had their little nickname.
I think for me, it pretty much stuck with Chugs. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
With that name, right?
Yeah.
Why did you come here, and what's the experience been like so far?
I came here for a lot of reasons, both on the field and off the field. Working on my master's right now while I get to play, and also me and Coach Day have a really good relationship. What was the second part of your question?
Just what's the experience been like?
Oh, it's been great. Playing with some of the best players in the country, working on my education off the field, and working on my craft on the field. It's been awesome. It's been a great experience.
Being the older guy in the room, do you feel kind of responsibility to provide veteran leadership for the group?
Yeah, I mean, just being older and having that experience, I'm sure there's some responsibility that falls on me, but I don't really think about it too much. I just kind of walk out here and do my thing every day, and the same thing in the meeting rooms as well.
The other day when Ryan Davis asked about quarterbacks, you were the first one he mentioned, just praising you for your unselfishness and leadership and that kind of thing. I mean, when you came here, you obviously knew there was Dwayne Haskins ahead of you, and this year there are players that are perceived to be ahead of you. How do you view yourself in the competition? I mean, do you want to, obviously you want to compete. How realistic is it for you to get playing time?
Yeah, I mean, just being here and playing at this level, you have to compete every day, right? But that's not something I think about often. Honestly, when they call my name and say, "Hey, Chugs, hop in, take some reps," I'm just like, "All right, let's play ball." Like that's pretty much all that's the only thing that really goes through my mind as far as that goes.
You probably could have transferred to a place where you would have really had a shot at playing time, right?
Yeah, well, my transition was complicated with health and stuff like that. I almost walked away from football, and then I don't really want to go into detail about it, but and ended up here, and here I am.
So how do you view those two guys? How do you view Fields and Matthew? Just as
Matt and Justin. Oh yeah, they're great players. Still young, but I mean, the talent's there. I mean, they both have top-notch talent. I mean, the sky's the limit for both of them moving forward.
Do you find yourself sharing with them? I mean, you're a little more veteran player.
Sharing,
helping, pointing out, whatever.
Yeah, we work together. I mean, the whole QB room, and we all work together to improve this spring and then moving forward towards the season.
Hey, Chris, when you make a decision to transfer somewhere and you know that the path to the field is very uphill, what do you goes into that decision making? And, why would you say that was the best case for you?
The relationship I have with Coach Day, the opportunities that Ohio State provides for off the field, real life Wednesdays, internships, obviously the master's program I'm in, and I just like throwing football. I'm a simple guy, so I mean it really is that simple for me. So
you're kind of in a critical role. Day likes to have 4 scholarship quarterbacks, and right now there's 3.
Right.
I just don't know what that's like, kind of just being in a situation that maybe you didn't think you'd be in.
Yeah, I mean, I've sat down with Coach Day multiple times, and we've talked about the position I'm in and the value it has for the team and the role I play. So I've embraced it, and I just come out here to work out every day. And like I said,
how did he put it, the position you're in?
I'm here. I have experience. I'm going to compete every day and also excel off the field and set myself up for when football's over. But while I'm here, I mean, I just do whatever they ask me to do. So,
what are you looking to do after football? What's your master's in, and what's kind of your career goal post-football?
Right now I'm getting my master's in sport management, and I'm taking the LSAT here in a couple weeks actually, so I've been slammed. My schedule's been crazy. So I'm taking that, could potentially go to law school depending how that goes and whatnot. And then either like a sports attorney, sports agent, something along those lines, we'll see.
What did it mean for you last year when you got those few snaps of the game and had the opportunity to play in Ohio Stadium?
It was cool. I didn't expect it. I had been here for only a few weeks, and it was against Rutgers, and just it was for like the last few plays, and it was a cool experience. I didn't expect to really be able to do last season with the position I was in, having showed up here at like the end of camp and all that stuff. But it was awesome.
How do things compare here to when you were at West Virginia?
In what ways?
Just like in terms of the culture, in terms of how the team's structured, is there anything significantly different?
I mean, the culture here is great. The players that they recruit here are all just high quality guys. The intensity they have here at practice is second to none, I think. I mean, compared to the practices I've been through when I came here, that was one of my biggest transition. And then the strength staff here is on a whole nother level. So that's been a transition for me.
What's been the biggest adjustment having Ryan Day no longer full-time with the quarterbacks, but obviously still taking part in that?
Yeah, he's still around, especially during practice. He's always around in our ears, talking to us. So, I mean, it hasn't been a huge adjustment. Obviously, Coach Yurcich over there is new, and we're all learning and just working to improve together as a unit. So,
how does this offense match up to the one you came from? I mean, what's different about what's cooler about it, or what's not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, ball is ball at the end of the day. I mean, scheme is scheme. One thing I can say is Coach Day is brilliant at what he does, the way he has us prepared for the teams. I mean, even last season, I wasn't taking many reps, obviously, with the position I was in with Dwayne and Tate and all those guys, but I could say just mentally they have you so prepared here, which is a testament.
I was asking Coach Yurcich, if there's ever a two-way conversation between you and, obviously y'all were in the same league for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Let's face it, West Virginia's done some pretty cool things offensively and stuff. But do you see yourself kind of like, I don't know, are they mining your mind a little bit on how Dana Holgorsen thought, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, the philosophies are different, but they overlap a lot too here. So, I mean, football is football. I mean, it's the offense, the scheme we run here is just it's awesome. It's really what it is.
What will adding a guy under center add to this offense, do you think? I mean, with you guys going under center a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be a solid package for us. I mean, we only have a few plays out of it right now, but you'll have to speak to the coaches as to what they see that looking like in the future. But I think it could be a nice little package for us on offense.
The transfer portal is new for quarterback, for everybody, but especially for quarterbacks. How important is that? How nice is that to have that option if your quarterback? Obviously didn't apply in your case, you're a grad transfer, but if you could put yourself in their shoes, knowing that only one quarterback can play.
The transfer portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a great tool for players who are looking to move on from programs and explore new opportunities. I mean, I didn't have the opportunity to experience it. It came like a few months after my whole deal, so I missed that boat. But it seems like a good tool for players to use if they need to.
Would you have considered that earlier in your career? If they'd had it?
I don't know. I consider everything really, but I don't think so.
When you were just saying now that the offense here is awesome, you sort of had like a look in your eye. Like, what is it? Why do you think it's such a good system?
It's hard to talk about, honestly. It's very complicated, but it's hard to put it in words. I'm trying to think.
We're reporters. We can handle it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle it. My brain's on overload just trying to learn obviously learn the stuff we've been doing the past few days, but there's always answers for pretty much everything the defense does, and the plays and the communication we have on the offensive side of the ball here is truly elite.
Are the answers within the individual plays, the options within one play, or are the answers when you go to the line and evaluate the defense, things you guys can check to or get into a different look, depending on what you see?
It's a little bit of both, honestly. There's like certain plays we run where there's stuff in the play, like built in the play that changes if something happens on the defensive side of the ball, and then there's some plays where we're trying to unwind the defense and see what they're doing, and then we can make whatever changes we see fit.
In all of this, what is the difference between good complicated and bad complicated, if you know what I'm saying?
In my experience here, it's only been good complicated. I don't really think I really understand.
I guess good complicated is there's There's options, there's nuance. You always feel like you have an edge on the defense because there's so many facets to your offense. Bad complicated is there's so much going on. Guys don't get it. They're not comfortable. Quarterbacks are thinking too much.
Right.
The offense isn't playing fast because you're never comfortable in it because there's so much going on.
Right. I haven't experienced bad comfortable yet, but just through knowing football, I'd say it's when everyone's not on the same page and there's just too much thinking involved and you're not playing.
But you think here with what you do, you should be, this offense should be good complicated.
Yes.
That there's a lot of options, but everybody can grasp it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, you
Not
weren't
that
playing.
you run into a lot of high-strung quarterbacks, but you guys that we've talked to today all seem pretty low-key. What are quarterback meetings like?
Quarterback meetings?
Yeah. You guys all seem so chill.
Yeah, we all just talk ball. As a quarterback, you want to be, calm, cool, and collected, I think are the three big words. So, I mean, you don't need to be like a super hype guy all the time. So, I mean, I think the QB room we have is
Okay, thanks, Danny.
solid. I mean, we're all just good, cool guys. I think, honestly, that's pretty much the best way I can put it.
Speaking of good or bad complicated, was there, and you were watching during this time, the last 4 games of the year last year, with the exception of maybe the fourth quarter against Washington, you guys seem to have the answers. Like,
For everything.
Yeah, what really came to fruition there, do you think, with this offense? As you now, obviously you had an elite guy throwing the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a testament to Dwayne and Coach Day and the scheme we had going into those 4 games and just the whole offense preparing and just being on the same page. I mean, really, those last 4 games, we were very efficient, knowing what the defense was doing and what we had to do to win. And it just worked out.
Is there a sense of carryover, even though, the 3 amigos are gone and Dwayne are gone? Is there a sense of carryover into the spring? I mean, from a confidence standpoint offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think offensively, just experiencing the last 2 practices, everyone seems to be confident and on the same page, and I'm excited where we're at right now, for sure.
Hey, Chris, I asked Danny about this, but mental reps has always been a big part of this program, for third stringers or whoever it is, or if you're not in the game.
Yeah.
Or in
Last
the
question
rep
right
period. But, how much has that impacted you, and how do you get your mental reps?
Yeah, I mean, mental reps, that's a big point of emphasis on the offensive side of the ball. It's not just the QB position, it's all positions. When you're not, I mean, the idea is when you're not on the field, you're using those reps to work on your game, in your mind and play the game in your mind so that when you are in the game, you have those reps already in the bank is the idea. So.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, thanks, Chris.